What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 161. We start today's episode off by seeing that Alex Pritchard came into our office and thanked us for getting a first team's game in the game against Spartak Moscow in a previous episode. And he is a squad player, Pritchard. I was thinking about selling him in the summer, but I decided not to because he's actually quite a decent player for us, even though he's only 74 overall, which isn't that great for a side that has title ambitions and, of course, win the Champions League ambitions as well. But he's quite a good squad player, so I don't mind playing him every now and then, but he certainly wasn't going to make an appearance in this massive game here against Manchester United. Now, United are in 6th place at the moment, we're in 4th, so they haven't got off to the best of starts, but last year they were the only side that were able to keep up with Chelsea, who ended up winning the title. So David Moyes did quite well last season, hasn't got off to the best start this year, but I knew that United will be a title rival regardless in this season, so we had to come into this game at Old Trafford and we had to win it. Our last league game, ended in defeat, of course, away at Arsenal. So another big game in the title clashes of the clash of the title contenders, if you will. Another big game. This time we need to win and not lose. And in the 9th minute, we had a good chance to get off to a fantastic start. Lamela plays the ball forward towards Christian Eriksen here, the former United man, of course. Nice little reverse step over, finds Lamela, who crosses the ball in towards Draxler, flicks it back. Barkley then heads it in, but unfortunately for us, Sturridge's header is easily saved by Trapp. But unfortunately, during that passage of play, Barkley ended up going for a header. He won it, but he went down and he could not recover. And as you can see here, he sits on the floor a couple of in-game minutes afterwards and he has to get subbed off. So Barkley, unfortunately for us, could not hold on and he could not complete the rest of the game. He would get an injury and he would be required to be substituted off the pitch. So Barkley has sprained his knee. He'll be out for a few weeks. It's not disastrous. Our centre mid area is probably our strongest in the side, so it's not disastrous, but even so, Barkley has been a great signing since coming in from Everton last year, so it's never nice to see him pick up a knock, but he's out for a couple of weeks and we just have to deal with it. In the 34th minute, a good chance for us to take the lead though. Draxler gets onto the ball here and gets past his man with the roulette. Keeps on going, finds Gareth Bale. Bale plays it across to Chalobah here. Chalobah gets on the ball here, the number 24. Keeps on going down the left-hand side. Has the pace to beat Valencia, believe it or not. Keeps on going. Swings it in across, finds Julian Draxler, and his header goes across Trapp and finds the bottom corner. So Draxler gets the goal, and it's United 0, Spurs 1. So great to take the lead here at Old Trafford. Of course, after losing our last league game away at the Emirates, I was fearful we'd lose this game as well, and the board would probably have a justifiable reason for sacking us, but thankfully we were in front here, and it was Draxler who got the goal. So 1-0 to Spurs. In the 40th minute, a great chance for United to hit back though. The cross came in, and Valencia out-jumped Cher, but unfortunately for us, his header could only hit the outside of the post. So Valencia almost making it 1-1 here, but thankfully he could not level the score and we were still in front in Manchester. In the 51st minute, we win a corner here, so good chance for us from the corner. It's crossed in by Christian Eriksen towards the head of Sumaro, and unfortunately it goes just over the bar. It was a combination of Sumaro and Guterres there, but the ball went over the bar and it was still 1-0. And in the 55th minute, we had a good chance to double the score here. Draxler gets on the ball, the goal scorer, and plays a great ball over the top towards Daniel Sturridge. Johnny Evans loses out. Great chance for Sturridge, but like an idiot, I took the shot on way too early. I should have kept going. I panicked a little bit, pressed circle too quickly, and the ball went over the bar. So a big let off for United there. In the 59th minute, they had a good chance to make us pay for missing that chance. The cross came in here from Alex Butner towards Mkhitaryan at the far post, but thankfully his header went into the side netting. So still 1-0 here as things stood. And in the 81st minute, a great chance for us to seal the game. Daniel Sturridge gets on the ball and Scoop turns around Phil Jones. Heels to heel flick around Johnny Evans. Keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. He's got the pace, he's got the pace. Has he got the support in the centre? Well, he picks out Danny Welbeck. He crosses the ball back to him. But unfortunately, Sturridge can't make it 2-0. So Sturridge couldn't double our advantage here. In the 88th minute, great chance for United to make all our chances pay, for all our missed chances pay. But thankfully for us, Mkhitaryan's header hit the post. And then Courtois cleared the ball off the line. So we just about managed to hang on here in Manchester. We got ourselves a win by 1-0. It was a really big game and we just about prevailed. United did have quite a few chances to level the score, but they didn't take them. We had a few chances to double our advantage. We didn't take them. And of course the solidarity goal by I don't know how to say that word. The sole goal by Julian Draxler is the only goal that separates the team. So Draxler makes it 1-0, and of course that gave us the win there. After that, we saw Ross Barkley is indeed going to be out for a few weeks with a sprained knee, which is not a big disaster for us, but it is still a bit of a shame because I never like to see first team players get injured, or any players really. But after the game, we did take on Southampton here in midweek, so we faced Southampton at White Hart Lane, and after beating our title rivals United at Old Trafford, I was feeling very confident coming into this game. But career mode is just so weird, you know. One game you can play really well and get the win and look very dominant and basically just be very well against a good strong side. The next game you can play a mid-table to bottom half of the table side and struggle massively. And unfortunately, this game was what you would consider a typical AI on Legendary game, because the first half, well, nothing happened. These were the match stats at half time: 0 shots, 53 to 47 possession. Both teams had 80 pass accuracy. Not a single shot was taken in the first half. That's how boring it was. I genuinely could not break Southampton down. It was terrible. We had to wait until the 63rd minute for the first chance of the game, and it was Townsend's cross in that found Gareth Bale. Bale got onto the ball here down the right hand side, stopped it, scooped turn around his man, but his shot was well saved by the goalkeeper and it's cleared away. And that was it. It literally was it for pretty much the entire game. Nothing was happening, and Southampton give the ball away here. Glenn Robinson gets on the ball. Good chance for us. We chip the ball in. We give it away, but it falls back to Bale, and his shot goes over the bar. But nothing in this game was happening. I genuinely could not get the ball off Southampton. I could not break them down, and we had to wait until the 79th minute before Southampton would finally give the ball away in a dangerous position. Wickham finds Nelson Oliveira. His shot was saved, but thankfully for us, it's turned in by Nelson Oliveira. And it is Spurs 1, Southampton 0. Connor Wickham, not Nelson Oliveira. Connor Wickham gets the goal, and it's Spurs 1, Southampton 0. So we had to wait until the 80th minute before we could finally break the deadlock. It was just one of those games where you just didn't feel like there was going to be any shots, let alone any goals. But thankfully, we did get the goal, and it was 1-0 to Spurs. So there was real relief at White Hart Lane. I genuinely just could not seem to break down Spurs. My players didn't seem to have the pace to get away from the men, but finally we did have the goal. In the 85th minute, a good chance to make it 2-0. Ericsson found Wickham, but unfortunately his header was well saved and we couldn't force the ball in. So the game would finish at Spurs 1, Southampton 0. I was very relieved to get the win. In both of the games, I was more relieved than pleased, if that makes sense. You know, I wasn't like, yes, we won the game, we were so good. I was just relieved that we finally managed to get a goal, and we just about managed to hold on. So a 1-0 win against Southampton. Again, they didn't threaten too much, but they did have a couple of chances towards the end. But even so, we won the game by a goal to 0, and that makes it 2 wins out of 2 in the league. After that, we saw the Spurs board finally give us a good email and say you're doing quite well. And we also get a news article that says we are the right man for the job, which is really pleasing, because as you guys have noticed, that over the past few weeks, I've been very nervous. Over the past couple of episodes, I've been fearing the worst. I've been fearing we could be getting the sack any day now. But thankfully, the board have now came to us and said you've been doing quite well of late. So they give us the confidence, and that feels very good. So looks like we will be staying at Spurs. I have to admit, I kind of played it up a little bit. I was fearful that we would be leaving Spurs very soon because we would be getting the sack, but thankfully, as things stand, we look like we were going to be okay. But after that, we had a couple of international friendlies with France. We won one and we drew one, and we then saw that Brian Carrasco has returned from injury, which is fantastic. So is Ross Barkley. They both got a plaster next to their name, so they won't be ready for selection just yet. But they're ready for selection, but they won't be fully fit just yet. But it's great to know they're coming back from injury. And of course, Carrasco, he's been out for 3 months. It's great to know he is now ready to be used if we urgently need him. But Carrasco wasn't going to be used in this game in the return at the Den here. He wasn't going to come back and play at the Den once again. He was going to be left out for this game for safety measures, for precautionary reasons. But we did indeed take on Millwall. Of course, the side we started a career mode at Millwall. Of course, we started at the Den, and we take on Millwall. We've left them with a good squad. We won the Europa League with Millwall. We won the Cup of Europe with Millwall. We got to an FA Cup final. We also won the Capital One Cup. But they've kind of sort of petered away a little bit. They've become a sort of a bottom half of the table to mid-table team. You know, they haven't really grown on what we sort of built with them. You know, they sort of just stay where they are, and that's kind of annoying, really, because I was hoping they'd improve a lot and get to the stage where they're sort of fighting for a Europa League position season after season. But this game got off to a very dramatic start. First, Draxler hit the post, and then in the 4th minute, when Nathaniel Chalobah makes this tackle, which I thought was fantastic. The referee didn't. He gave a free kick, and he also sent off Nathaniel Chalobah. So number 24 is sent off here just 5 minutes in, and that is a crucial blow. Now you'll see it on the replay. I want you guys to let me know in the comments, is this a foul and is it a red card? If it's a foul, it's a definite red card, obviously, because he was the last man. But Is it a foul? That's the question. I personally thought he did brilliantly well there. I don't think that should have been a foul. It shouldn't have been a red card. All of the players were furious. Robinson got booked for protest. Every single player was angry. I didn't think it was a foul. I didn't think he should have been sent off, but we were down to 10 men just 5 minutes in, and in a game I didn't want to lose, we were down to 10 men and would play that way for 85 minutes. Draxler then dives here to win a free kick off Malanda. Bale stands up to take the free kick. So in the 15th minute, a good chance for Bale to score here. It's Bale against McCarthy. It hits the wall, but it falls to Gutierrez, who finds Gareth Bale, who strikes it, but McCarthy makes a good save. Lamela crosses the ball in, but unfortunately for us, Millwall do get the ball away, so it's still 0-0 as things stood. We couldn't find a breakthrough, and of course with us down to 10 men, I was feeling very worried that Millwall would hit us on the break. They had a great chance to do so in the 18th minute here. Danny Ings rounds Courtois and pops it into the empty net. So like I said, my worst fears did indeed come true. Millwall did hit us on the break. They did use that pace up top. Danny Ings gets the goal, rounds Courtois, they hit us on the counter and they take the lead. So Millwall in front here. We wouldn't get ourselves back into the game until the 79th minute. Millwall stopped us from playing football, and in the 79th minute here you see Bale get on the ball, rolls it through towards Julian Draxler. Draxler takes a shot, but unfortunately McCarthy makes the save, and it's still 1-0. So we just couldn't seem to find the equalising goal, which is not a real surprise, because after going down to 10 men just 5 minutes into the game, we couldn't really seem to break down Millwall. But in the 86th minute you see Bale get onto the ball here, plays a great ball over top towards Danny Welbeck. Welbeck runs clear, but I completely fluffed my lines. I messed up the finish and put the ball wide from the one-on-one. I shouldn't have messed that up, but I did, and it was still 1-0. In the 89th minute though, the last chance would fall here as Yago Falk gives the ball away. Townsend gives it to Danny Welbeck. It's our last chance here as Welbeck finds Draxler. Draxler plays the ball through to Gareth Bale down the right hand side. He's already bailed us out one time this season. Can he do it again? It's Bale with the Ronaldo chop, it's Bale with the shot, and it's Bale with the goal. So once again, Gareth Bale bails us out. I hate to have to keep saying the pun, but Bale gets the goal, and it's Millwall 1, Spurs 1. So once again in stoppage time, Bale gets us a crucial goal, and we do go ahead and get the equaliser. So I was very pleased, and it was a really dramatic game. So many big calls in the game, and thankfully for us, we would level the score, and we would go and end up claiming a point from this game, which is a big result for us, really. It really was. We couldn't afford to lose this game, and after going down to 10 men just 5 minutes in, I was fearful we would do that, but thankfully we did get a point. It was Gareth Bale who got us the goal in injury time to rescue us the game, rescue us a point, and that was how it finished in a very dramatic game at the Den. But as always guys, big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode tomorrow afternoon.